Watch it. Extend, crouch. That's crazy. There is a new safe way to have an affair at work.
This is a site that's for pansies.
So there's this website. It's called Affair at Work. Say you contacted somebody that you wanted to hook up with, and they say yes. You got to pay $10. So Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, I think we have his picture. Apparently this boxer was talking a bunch of trash to him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Good morning.
Are you good now?
I'm Gucci. I have so much energy.
Yeah, listen, everybody. J2 is cranky.
I say that all the time. I'm not cranky. I'm tired. And there's a story. Okay. I saw Star Wars last night, and I didn't buy tickets till the day of, which is a stupid decision. And I didn't get tickets till 10:45. It's a 2.5 hour long movie. And I also sat in the second row all the way to the left, so it wasn't good seats. But it was worth it. And we're going to get into Star Wars later. Audio, Nate and I are going to get into a little heated argument because we have conflicted we just have different opinions on it. It's going to get heated. It's going to be like WWE SmackDown, so look forward to it.
I vote Nate wins.
Nah.
I don't know.
Loser gets a Star Wars tattoo.
We get to pick the spot.
Do we get, yeah, we get to, yes. Yes.
All right, Nate shook on that. Let's make it happen.
Speaking of SmackDowns, this morning I was perusing the interwebs, and you know my love for MMA and UFC. So Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, I think we have his picture. There we go. There he is right there.
Big boy.
Okay.
That's a bad man right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest hitting guys right now. He's
He'd
amazing.
knock me out with a high five.
He'd knock you out by staring at you.
Yeah,
I mean, you're so small. If you just blew, you'd fall over.
first of all, he's so big, you probably come up to his kneecap.
Yeah.
Probably.
And just Abbie's new to the podcast, and just say no. There's gonna be a lot of short jokes.
Because she's like 4'11".
Yeah, but I just want you to know you can make tall jokes. You can
I'm
make tall jokes,
actually-
but they're just not.
So-
yeah,
Yeah, I'm actually standing.
Abby's standing up.
He's sitting.
out of frame. Also, just notice my shirt. I'm a big Office fan.
So Derrick Lewis is at his gym training, and apparently there was a boxer that was in there that was training too.
They say the name, or is it just
They
nobody?
did not say the name of who the boxer was. They don't need to.
Is it one of the gyms that only let like elite fighters in?
Apparently this boxer was talking a bunch of trash to him and was like, well, you're an MMA fighter. You don't study boxing. I can knock you out. I can take you. So apparently Derrick told him to put his money where his mouth was and beat him down for about a minute. And there's video. Yeah, that's it right there. Here you go.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite part is when there you go. Look at that.
So they like legit got in the ring then.
Oh, yeah, they legit got in the ring.
I thought they just got in a fight like
Oh,
at the
no.
gym.
No, he was like,
okay.
no, come on.
Damn, he got his
Knock me out.
ass whooped.
Okay.
Hey, don't write checks you can't cash. All right, so another great video, super cool, that has nothing to do with fighting, but just I saw that was super cool is...
Good. Violence is not the answer.
Sure. So Disney Plus, awesome.
Yes.
Everybody's liking The Mandalorian. I know
Love
you,
it.
right? You love Disney Plus.
Love Disney.
So I, in my love for documentaries that no one else likes, I've been watching the Imagineering series, which is super cool.
Fun fact, my buddy is a Disney Imagineer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I automatically love your friend.
Ooh,
He's cool.
He's amazing.
He's pretty weird, but
That's
like,
okay.
he's cool weird.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm weird anyway, so whatever. But
You're
no,
being
okay, sorry,
weird.
continue.
Okay. So what it does is it documents, basically Disneyland day one, how they built it, and then how they went to the parks, and how the Imagineers create, and all the technology that they've developed through the years. So I believe it was the last episode. Find out today. It sure looked like it was. They were showing tech. Now Disney kind of sneaked out that they built kind of like a robot that could do like two backflips. It started out as like a stick figure, and it would do two flips.
Not a stick figure, a Z.
Well, it would
was a
go
Z
into
shape.
a Z. It
Yeah.
would bend into a
Oh.
Z.
Yeah.
But they called it Stickman.
Okay.
Stickman.
And then they 3D printed like a person and made Stickman do flips, and it would land in the same spot every time.
Okay.
Well, they kind of upped their game.
A little bit.
So they didn't say what it was, but when you watch it take flight, you know who it is. So this robot does exactly what Spider-Man does when he web swings in the air.
No.
Yeah, he does. Some guys on Reddit ripped it off of Disney Plus, and there's no sound, probably so Reddit didn't flag it. You guys got to watch this. Go ahead and play it.
All right.
So that's its like launch
Oh,
position.
I didn't like that.
That was like,
It kind of looks like an iRobot,
That's
doesn't it?
definitely
looks like it was
Spider-Man.
like trying to do
All right,
yoga.
watch. This is nuts.
Whoa, it's been in a lot.
Holy.
Yeah, they up their game. Watch it. Extend, crouch.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
To the foot.
So I don't know if I watched the same. I don't know. You sent me a video the other day, and it was talking about like how they think that it could, like these kind of robots could eventually replace actors or stuntman, and that's not
That
what they
was
were thinking. Yeah.
No, it wasn't what they were thinking. What they're thinking is how. So what was actually the robotics expert was saying? What he's saying is we don't look at this as a robotics lab. This is a character lab.
Yeah.
So they're creating this character, and what he said is, look, we have Star Wars, we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm.
He goes, these characters aren't glued to the floor. They do incredible things. So how can we have them interact with fans that are coming to the parks to see them in a way that's realistic?
Yeah.
You know, because the new Star Wars land, they have droids.
Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge is what it's called.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge. They have droids walking around.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was there before they opened Galaxy's Edge, like right before. Stormtroopers are everywhere. They'll round you up when you come off a ride.
Yeah.
They'll search your stroller. I had
Yeah.
my stroller searched.
Nice.
Stormtroopers, I watched them march
Yeah,
in
yeah.
place.
Well, I think I showed you the video. Remember when I got caught?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
They like took over Main Street, and I ended up getting rounded up and like stuck in a pod for a while.
As a kid, I was one of the Jedi kids in the show.
So anyway, what'd you think of that?
That was cool.
Could-
The only thing I want to add is that thing that you sent me. The guy said, like, even from a movie, like this is obviously.
Oh,
for
well,
a
that was
theme
the
park.
first. That was the first video that I
I know,
sent you.
I know,
yeah.
but it's kind of cool. Like they were thinking about using these robots, like still in movies, but like to test the shoots,
Which is a good
or
idea.
to do like the crazier
Yeah.
stunts and still make it look. Because like I mean, you can still tell it's a robot, and obviously they can do tracking and all the CGI to make it look. But it's gonna be safer. It is really cool. It'll be cool to see all this live.
Well, you know if that's
Yeah,
what they
it's just
showed you it can do. What is it doing now?
What is it
Because you know what, they filmed that probably
Oh.
6 months ago.
Oh, probably yeah.
Six-
Maybe
a
even
year
more,
ago?
Yeah.
Now I can probably like find you and kill you.
You know, I love The Mandalorian. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the latest Star Wars movies. I enjoyed The Force Awakens. I am not rushing to go out and see the next movie. I know you and Audio Nate went to go see it.
Yeah.
Although Audio Nate apparently bought his tickets ahead of time and got the earlier showing. How was the movie?
So it was good. It wasn't great in my opinion. I don't want to give any spoilers for those because it's you just gotta watch it. And like even Nate and I were talking, like I don't like when somebody plants something in my head because I have that annotation of, so I don't want to get too in detailed with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go full blown. I don't
should
care.
I?
don't
Spoiler.
care. Spoilers.
If you're planning on watching this
Spoilers.
movie, then just don't watch this part. If you've already seen the movie, then
You're
add
fine.
comments below. But
Yeah, we really would like to hear it because
I was disappointed because it's supposed to be the end of the saga, and they
Yeah.
left us with. I mean, of course it's Disney, and they left us with whatever's going on. But there's a lot of parts that I was confused on. And Nate, feel free to chime in whenever. They skipped a really, really big thing, and this is the plot hole that I was thinking of earlier, Nate. I'm talking to you. Look me in the eyes.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It's about to go
All right.
down.
I'm on Nate.
At the end of The Last Jedi, there was the whole thing with like the kids and one had the Force. Okay, do you remember that part? Like the kid lifts up the broom.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
They didn't make any reference to that at all this whole movie.
Well, that whole movie was a train wreck to begin with.
Yeah. But why would you end a movie like that? Like,
And then
then
not
pretty
reference
much
it
like it was
again.
led to like there's going to be a new class of Jedi. Which I mean, now they're going to do a spin-off. 100. There's going to be spin-offs off this.
Well, they
for
have to
sure.
rectify what they did.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
broke Star Wars.
But no, it was
Yes, they
okay. The Last Jedi wasn't that bad. It was a good movie. It was a good Mark Hamill movie too.
No,
It was the worst of the three.
It was the yeah.
It was.
I mean,
I'm not saying it was
bro,
the best.
you
It
killed
was
the
the
like
worst.
major bad guy, and we had no idea who he was or where he came from.
Well, you find out in this movie.
Well, that wasn't helpful in the other movie.
So pretty much, Palpatine says
That's how they
that
get you to watch the other
he
ones.
created Snoke. He
Okay.
created Snoke, and it shows like Palpatine actually was creating Sith Lords. And there was just a lot of plots. Like, Nate, like, who were all
There's,
those
like, a lot
people
going
at the
on there.
stands at the end? Like, were those Sith Lords? Were those just people, like, I don't know that. So basically in this movie, they rise up, they make the final order, and Palpatine creates all this, and then he creates like thousands and thousands of or Star Destroyers, and like that's how the movie starts, and then he announces to the whole galaxy that that they're taking over, like all this stuff, and you see like it's a pretty badass.
See, this
shot
is
with
my
all
other
of
thing
those.
too. And this just shows that they didn't plan everything out.
Yeah,
There should have been shadows of Palpatine all the way through the other two movies.
yeah, it should have
That's-
ended. The last movie should have ended with Shadows of Palpatine. But anyways,
No, what I'm saying is like there should have been hints that Palpatine was still
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Like
I don't
for
think they
example,
thought it
let me
all.
ask
Tiny
you,
ones that you wouldn't catch on until like.
or like the
that-
Marvel movies, right?
Yeah.
When the first Iron Man came out, what did you do? Once you knew that they were throwing shorts out, like very quick clips at the end of the credits
Yeah.
or during the credits, everybody waited. Name other movies where people sit there through the
Yeah,
entire
well,
credits.
it's ruined my movie experience because now, like, even at
You
the end
wanna
of Star
stay.
Wars, I was like, do I need to stay for another hint? Like,
Yeah.
and I think about that, like, in other movies. I was disappointed in this movie. It was definitely, I liked The Force Awakens. That was the best one.
No, it
in
was a
my
great
opinion.
movie.
That
I
was a good
enjoyed that.
movie. But, like, there was a lot of plot holes. There was just a lot of, like, random. It was all over the place. Like, I have ADD, and it's like, I felt, like, super distracted the whole time. Like, I was just
Ooh,
like,
that's
boom,
it.
boom, boom. It was like my brain, except worse. And I was like, there's just too much going on. The conflict was odd. And, like, I don't know. There just wasn't. These ones haven't seemed like Star Wars movies. Like there was a lot of cool references to old stuff. Like there was definitely a few
that's
things like
nice.
there's like that you like only Star Wars fans would really know. Like I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I'm also like, what are they gonna do next? Because this is the end of the saga technically, but like
Well, they did The Mandalorian, which we can thank them
but
for.
that's different. Like what are they
Yeah.
gonna do for movies next?
I
Like,
don't care.
They're not.
Just keep
I
doing
don't
The
think they're gonna do
Mandalorian.
episode 10 through 12. Yeah.
They did tie it all together, though. I will say that.
You think?
There'll be a spinoff.
What, like, besides that point that you brought up, what other plot points are up for question?
Like, why did she bury the lightsabers?
Because it's done. The end of the Jedi. That's it. It's over.
But then she had a yellow lightsaber. So, no, that's not true. She's still a Jedi. And then what about all those kids who still have the Force and can control it? We're still left with that. That was a big thing. They ended the movie with that, and they
Who
didn't
cares?
make any
Palpatine
reference.
said the Sith is dead. You don't need the Jedi
But-
if the Sith are dead.
That's not true. Oh, I guess balance. Yeah. The Sith are dead. That's how it ended it. So that's how it ends the
I'm
saga.
not saying that they're not going to do more movies.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
They probably will, because it's Disney, and
It-
they want to make money.
Well, they also owe us 3
Yeah.
better movies.
They at least one.
Yeah.
At least
My
one.
my
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
is
One. It was definitely.
my
better
thing
than
is
the
yes,
second one.
the Sith are dead, but who's gonna like the Sith are the all like that's the only like that's the biggest thing people like is it just gonna go back to like missions with evil people? No, there needs to be
Another-
opposite sides. So I don't maybe the Sith makes a return, but I don't know how because it died with Palpatine. Like
Or did it?
no, it
Or did
did.
Palpatine really die?
No, he definitely did. No, if they ever brought back Palpatine, I would. No, I would
But-
not. I
No,
would
they-
be done. I'd be done.
Go ahead, Abby. You
But
first.
again, like it's Disney. Like they want to keep these movies going. They will do
Yeah.
things
Well, they
like
have a
that
big
too.
library.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They
they're
will.
they're
If
If
going
they
to
can't
do
pick a
that.
different I mean, Star Wars universe is so massive. If they can't pick a different plot
Right.
line, then they're just.
Now, Star Wars coming up. There's an Obi-Wan movie, or it's a show. It's not a movie,
Yeah,
right?
that's gonna be on Disney
And that's
Plus.
with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna make another Origin because I honestly my favorite movie. I really liked Rogue One. That was one of my favorite Star Wars
That
movies.
was a great movie. Did you watch it?
No, I,
I liked it
don't.
more than The Force Awakens.
I've seen
Yeah,
it every
it
time
was-
I open Disney Plus.
It's
was
a
good.
fantastic movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Okay.
better. It's one of the better ones. Well, I'm still gonna say, hey, we still have The Mandalorian. So
Yeah,
I'm happy.
and the Obi-Wan, and
That's
I
true.
just want to see a Yoda origin. I want to see a Yoda origin so bad.
That would be kind of cool.
There's 900. I was saying this before. There's 900 years, and also like Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
I mean,
the
we'll
child.
find out.
It's
The
the child. It's
I
not
know,
Baby
I know.
Yoda.
But
I don't
like-
think we're gonna find out.
Oh, we are.
Although I will.
Not in the show, we won't.
No,
You
we're
don't
not gonna
think so?
find. Not
No,
this
but-
season.
They said they brought George Lucas on to give a name to the species. So I mean, like, we might find out a little bit, but at the very least, we'll find out what the species name is. Like,
Okay.
Maybe what his name is, but I don't know if we're gonna find
No,
out.
I know. It's
We
it's
may
Baby
not know
Yoda.
what its name is. We may know the species, but we may not know like.
Well,
That was
I just
the-
want
that
to
was
know
the
the
leak.
origin of that baby, and I just want to know more about the Yoda.
Bro,
species.
you and the rest of America.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you this right now. In this last episode, I said this in our first podcast. If Baby Yoda dies,
The internet will
they're
break.
they're going to
Yeah.
burn down the
Yeah.
Cinderella's castle is going to burn.
Yeah. Riots.
So yesterday afternoon, I saw this wonderful thing on the New York Post. There is a new safe way to have an affair at work.
Safe.
Safe.
Safe way.
Safe way. Yes.
Okay.
So there's this website. It's called Affair at Work. Original.
Yeah.
It's a website that launched last month, and it's to help.
Speaking of that, hey, look, it looks like it's your lucky day. Throw back to the last podcast.
Oh, let's just move
Yeah.
on. Let's move
No.
on. The website launched last month, and it's to help married and taken employees safely cheat on their partners at the office.
Safely. is the key.
Safely.
Okay.
So here's how it works. The wannabe cheater goes to the homepage
Mm-hmm.
where he or she can log in securely and safely, I'm sure,
To Instagram.
using their Instagram account,
Mm-hmm.
and then enter the coworker's crush, enter their handle, their Instagram handle, and their email address. So you have to have the other person's email address.
Work email.
Yeah, human resources nightmare.
Yeah.
As well as his or her own. Then the person that you are requesting to, hook up with, will get an email. They won't know who it's from. It'll just be like,
Oh
hey,
my gosh.
somebody wants to hook up with you. And then if you say, okay, I'm willing to see who I want hook up with,
Yeah.
they'll tell you who it is.
Who would ever open an email that says, "Hey, somebody wants to hook up"?
Well,
with
so
you?
this was addressed actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would think that's like a spam.
Well, it's going to go to a spam folder,
yeah.
right? Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So what they said is the best thing for you to do. Matter of fact, it's in the. If you go to about, I think it's at the about. There's go to about. It's like most frequently asked questions. Part of it in there is, oh yeah, why haven't I received an answer for a request? So what they also want you to do is they want you to get your friends at work to sign up.
Oh.
Now, here's the other
Oh.
thing. They left out one thing. So if you say you contacted somebody that you want to hook up with,
Yeah.
and they say yes, you got to pay $10.
So it's
So you-
And
borderline
they won't-
prostitution.
Yeah,
and they
you have
won't
to
tell
pay.
you. They won't tell you. Well, it's the internet. Nothing's free.
Yeah, it's true.
They're not going to tell you that the other person said yes until you pay them $10. Then you're good for 100 requests.
This is a site that's
That-
for pansies. If you're gonna hook up or have an affair at work, you need to have some balls. You don't need to
Like-
go to a freaking website.
Yeah, no.
Well, anyway,
It's like for
They-
the shy guy in the
Yeah.
back, like.
they
I
interviewed
don't
some
want to
people.
say anything.
You're going to love this.
Oh
You're
gosh.
going to love this. So here we go. So Mike told the Post he's 36 years old. He's a software engineer.
Mhm.
You may be right. So 36-year-old software engineer. Okay, you can avoid rejection and shame and even avoid being reported at work for harassment. If you ask someone out, you don't know if that person might go to HR and say that you are, propositioning them. So he said he wanted to use it for himself on this new girl at work, but he was afraid to ask her out. And he was in a relationship, ironically enough. So anyway,
Oh my gosh.
he didn't get a chance to do it because she got transferred before he had a chance
Oh
to.
man.
But he said it's a great way.
So they don't have any case studies. Is
Wow.
what you're saying?
Oh, dude, the website's only been out a month, and they're going to make a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
No way.
I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
No way.
it's a good way to get out of your serious relationship because you're gonna find out.
Well, I just don't understand how you not know. Like, how
Yeah.
how is it safe when you're going to get an email
You-
and that email exists?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to get an email titled from affair at work. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm opening something. I am opening an email that says affair at work, 100%.
Yeah,
That's true.
The IT
Yeah.
security would just crush you. Like,
Yeah, but no, I am opening it. If it said affair at work, yes, I'm not clicking any links, but I'm opening to see what it is. 100%. So that's
Ooh.
fair. They get it by their name.
right, and not only, I mean,
So I take back what I said.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Okay.
Abbie, how do you feel about this?
Ooh, considering I work with my boyfriend,
I give it 2 weeks.
I think this is just like next level messed up. It's just wrong. I don't know, but like it's definitely it's for the people who like. I honestly feel like don't want to be in their serious relationship.
If you scroll to the bottom, it says, How secure is the service? Just read that out loud, J2.
I can't.
All
My
right.
eyes are blurry.
So it says, we're aware the priority should be guaranteed for your privacy. This is why our platform process the fair requests online, so we make sure your data is safe. It says, under a security threat of any kind, all of our data will be immediately erased. Great. So
That's
after they take your
sketch.
stuff, they're going to, after your stuff gets published on like the
Yeah.
internet that you're a cheater with your email address, we'll delete everything.
Mm.
Don't worry.
After, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But after the
Well,
fact.
right. Because,
You know.
yeah, right. Give me a break. All right.
That is.
Ugh.
I don't know. Tune in next week when we try this out.
Let me know if you get any emails. J2.
Affair at work. Interesting.
I
See, I
just-
feel like if Tinder had an option of like anonymously saying somebody you liked it, or like that would just make more sense. But like, then the other person would also have to be on Tinder. I don't know. This
Yeah,
is
see what
just
I mean? This is
interesting.
just weird. Whole
This
thing-
is just
just-
weird. How did you find this?
ugh.
I honestly, I was just flowing through Google Trends and it popped up.
Gotcha.
I was like, what is this? And then it was,
Sure, you're
Controversial.
just going through Google Trends.
no, I live in Google Trends. I
Yeah.
literally live in Google Analytics and Google Trends. That is my day-to-day, every day. All right, that's it.
That is it.
All right,
All right.
everybody have a good one.
Made it through.
Yeah,
Hey,
you made it.
through- I made it.
You
Even
made it
though we
through your
started a
first
little
one.
rough, I
Yay.
broke the mic this morning.
He did.
Just a little. Been lifting a little bit too hard, man. Just I don't
Oh
know my
my
own
gosh.
strength.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, the
We're
5
done.
pounds that you lift at the gym.
The only thing he's
Sure,
lifted
so.
is 24 ounces. All right, we're out.
Guys, have a good one.